Why right, what's good? What's good? Good morning. What's up, everyone? Welcome back. To anybody who was here yesterday, it's a big day today. NFP, major day in the markets. Gonna see a lot of movement possibly today. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, turn the notifications on, because we're going to be live here every day covering gold, covering the crypto markets, covering the forex markets. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. But yeah, guys, we're about to get started here for this morning. Was anybody here yesterday on the stream? Let's talk about that. Yesterday, we went over gold in the morning, 24 hours ago. Pretty good analysis we did yesterday. If you were on the sessions, there's a lot of information I went over just in those 2 sessions yesterday that I did. Some pretty good information. If you study it, you rewatch it even, keep coming on these sessions, and we're going to cover the market like we did yesterday. We went over gold. We talked about it on the stream. And when I got off the stream, I updated you guys in Discord. And I was talking about that 2675 zone. That's a key level to watch. And I mentioned it's a key level to watch. We're currently testing 2675. This level has been critical with price rejecting several times from this point. A bullish scenario would be if price holds above, breaks higher, look for potential targets of 2084. Bearish scenario, rejection. So I was saying yesterday I'm expecting a retracement in New York session yesterday on gold when we were live here, right? And if now it's Friday, and a lesson that we went over, again, who was here yesterday? Type in the chat if you're a new trader, or if you were here yesterday. Who was here? Anyone catch the gold analysis? A couple people messaged me and said they caught it. I saw on Instagram. Got a couple DMs from some people. I didn't check them all. I just saw it from like my phone. Some people hit me up. I could see saying they caught some moves. I got tagged in some stuff. I saw a couple of people caught some sells. We're just getting started. It's January 10th, 2025. We're just getting the ball rolling, right? I would get familiar with these sessions so you know, like, because if you're a trader and you've been on the charts, your eyes will get familiar to what I'm even seeing. You'll be like, okay, I see the same sells possibly, right? If I'm seeing sells and you're seeing sells, maybe that helps you. If I'm seeing buys and you're seeing buys, maybe that helps you out as well, right, with your analysis. Yesterday we got nice sells to buy. So for anybody who's new in the market, I see some people said they were new. How long? I've been in the market now for 10 years. I'm going to turn 29 this year in August. I'm 28. Started trading late 17, around the time, I turned like 17, 18 years old, between that year. And the crazy part is, you might be like, damn, 10 years, that's a long time. But the crazy thing is, you might be like, oh, 10 years, that's like, I want to be done in 10 years. No, when you get to new levels, it's just like you're just getting started, right? Some of you guys might be trading for a year or 2, maybe 3 years. Type in the chat. I'd like to see. Even if it's a couple months, some of you guys might be 4 months, 2 months new to trading. I've been over 10 years now, so a lot I've been through. But after 2 years, it's like a new beginning. After 3 years, you're like a new beginning. You just get better with progress on the charts, time on the charts. So for me, it's just like every year, it's just like a new beginning of like, we're just getting started pretty much. Anyway, let me check the chat. 1 year right now, 1 year. You're in Toronto. It's too cold here. I'm in Toronto. It's cold. I don't leave. I live in a hotel, so I don't leave. I don't have to leave. I just went to the pool. That's why my hair's all messed up. 2 months is January. 4 months, 1 year, 1 year with me. Trading only gold and Bitcoin, nice. 1 year. Started in 2018, but took a long break since 2020. So starting over. I mean, it's pretty common. Like sometimes you get burnt out. Yeah, if you were here yesterday, yeah, some of you guys caught the move. That's dope. I got some DMs and I was like, dope. It's good to see. Yeah, like once you reach like 2-3 years of trading, 3-4 years, it's like a new beginning. I find for me it was. But yesterday we got. Let's get back into this. Yesterday we got sells to buy. In the world of trading, that's pretty much how a move is made. A move, like when price pushes up, and let's say it's in an uptrend and the market pushes up, it creates a buy to create a sell, right? So oftentimes we're not always chasing the market. We're letting moves happen. We're letting the market drop because we know when it drops what could happen afterwards. That's one way we view the market. We're not always looking at the market, okay, what can we take of advantage right here, right now, in this exact moment? We're sometimes forecasting the market with technical analysis, like, okay, if the market does this type of move, comes down, we understood it could yesterday, but that could also create a buy scenario, which it did, right? When we look at gold, it came down yesterday, gradually, that buy scenario. And then if you look at Tokyo session, you had that consolidation, it broke up, pulled back, and then just started a London trend. Like again, London trending more bullish today, but more gradual because there's NFP today. It's not as like straight up like yesterday. I have NFP coming out. There was a new video I dropped on YouTube today that could really help out to understand how to trade the news. I'll go over that in a minute. We'll be on for NFP. We're going to be on and see how the data comes out, how the market reacts, and see what happens afterwards. See if there's any setups maybe 15-30 minutes after the news today. I really want to see how the actual numbers come out today, because they are forecasted to come out lower, right? So for some, in this case, is it like it could be a negative release, which is good for us in some cases. Like Bitcoin could go up, gold could go up. It's like a bad thing, but it can do good to some markets. Bitcoin recovering a bit today. That's nice. A little bit of recovery on the day ahead of NFP. We have a big day today. I wouldn't buy here. I would wait for NFP release, see if Bitcoin can come down, right? If Bitcoin could come down on NFP, maybe hold this low, like test this low, right? Come back in the range. We broke above this high here. So we just broke above that. You can see a down candle on Bitcoin. A little bit of recovery on the day, maybe suggesting the day's going more at a bullish tone, forming a bottom here to potentially maybe have some recovery up. Now, a good catalyst would be for something like that would be if NFP comes out negative, like expected. It's expected to come out negative. If it does, things like Bitcoin and gold will probably go up, and currency pairs like Euro USD would go up. Currency pairs like USD Japan, USD CAD would come down. If today's actual data comes out close to the forecast, like how it's forecasted, or even lower than that, then the dollar will go down. You have to really see, because the previous, it's a big difference between the previous. And unemployment rate, maybe unemployment rate rises, like if it goes to 4.3. If unemployment rate goes to 4.3%, that would be a negative factor for the dollar. Or even if it just stays the same, let's go back. Like, yeah, even if it stays the same, that would be negative. For like a stronger dollar, you would want unemployment rate to drop. You would want employment change to be closer to the previous. The previous, you can see the previous number versus what's forecasted. So what's forecasted is a lower number in employment change previous month by month. So if we get, like, if let's say it comes out lower than what's forecasted, that's going to be really bad for the dollar. But if it comes out, you know, closer to the previous numbers, then dollar will have some, you know, more comfort. It'll stay a bit stronger. So this is what people are looking at today, really, to impact the market, to get a market sentiment on whether dollar will trade more bullish or bearish. Now the thing about news is it can do fake outs, right? There could be fake outs. We already see gold's dropping ahead of news. Yeah, so gold's already dropping ahead of news. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to be completely bearish all day. It could be dropping early to set up for another buy. Like, there might be another buy on gold today, like yesterday, depending on how NFP comes out. If NFP doesn't come out negative for the dollar, and we're going to be on to see. We'll be on to see how it comes out in 1 hour. Probably more bearish on gold. Big reversal would happen up here. You'll have to see. Gold's been strong this week. Dollar has also been strong all week. The DXY has been strong all week. With a negative news, that would reverse it more likely. With the negative news today, if that comes out, that would reverse it more likely. So the forecast, again, we'll see. It's expected to be more negative today for the dollar. Maybe it's a fake out. We're going to be live for that in 1 hour. We'll do some analysis ahead of time here, answer some questions as well. 0 years, nice. Got blood pressure. Mine's good. How's my blood pressure? Mine's fine. I'm great. Healthy. That's an interesting question. Healthier than I've ever been, to be honest. So let's clean the charts up a little bit. How long will I be live today? We'll see. Who knows? Maybe all morning. We'll see. Gonna be live until NFP at least. So I just dropped a video, guys, too. It's a fire video. Everybody should definitely check it out. It's kind of a video to give you like a pre-NFP kind of idea, and we're going to talk about this on the session before NFP to give you an idea of what the market could even do. I uploaded a video a while ago. This is like part 2 of that video. So this video got 10,000 views. So 7 months ago, uploaded this video. Learn how to trade the news in forex. So a news trading strategy. That's what we're going to kind of cover right now in the next 30-40 minutes before NFP. To give you guys an idea of what the NFP or what news in general could do and how to kind of prepare yourself ahead of time. Now, the more you see these news events occur, the more you'll get used to understanding this, because there's news events that happen every week in the market. So typically with your higher impact news, so your red folder news events, those are typically the events that have this type of impact where the market will typically do what we call a fake out. It'll make like a temporary direction. So I just dropped part 2 last night. It's already getting some good views. I would definitely check that video out. The whole video, take note of it, because there's a good training inside of it where I go over what typically happens in the news. So we're going to cover this right now. I'm going to take out some notes. But one thing, like a simple news strategy, like especially for today, it's the first NFP of the year. You don't want to get ahead of the market. If you saw this week, guys, right, there were some good opportunities this week already, right? There was a lot of movement this week. So you don't want to get ahead of the market as well. So a good news strategy when it comes down to it. And this might seem like, what? That's it? First 15, 30 minutes, sit on your hands. Yeah. I have some longer trainings on this that I'm currently working on, that I'm recording. Some more in-depth ones, longer ones, with like PowerPoints and stuff that I'm working on. Probably going to be working on them the next couple months. But news strategy, really simple. First 15, 30 minutes, sit on your hands. Why? Well, let's talk about why. Most traders, you got to remember, it's a big market. Most traders are waiting. And when I say most traders, I mean people like me and you. People that are sitting at home trading, like retail traders, right? Most traders are sitting on their phone, on their laptop or their device, right? Their trading account, waiting for the clock to hit 8:30 so they can, right, tap buy or tap sell. That's not what we do, right? I've been trading for years now, and that's not what I do. I've had more profitable outcomes and better decision-making process from rule number 1, first 15 minutes, just sitting on your hands. Not really doing much, letting the market do what it's going to do, because you're not always in control of the news. And a lot of times, the forecast does not come in as accurate. So waiting that first 15 minutes gives you a good idea to even see how did the numbers come out, first of all, right? Because it's something you want to get used to learning. And I'm going to teach you guys that throughout the sessions, throughout these live sessions, when there's news events, days when there's news events like today. So that first 15, 30 minutes gives you time to really just gauge out, like, okay, what is the market going to do? Because not everything's going to be in your control on every news event. Remember, there's news events every single week. And typically they all have a similar behavior in them, all right? BTC, I think, is doing a bull flag till 99K, then fall. Can we get more books? Don't worry, I'll upload. Just stay in the Discord, guys. Remember, it's January 10th. Don't worry. Don't worry, there's going to be more. There's going to be more. There's more coming. Right? All these blueprints, they're here for a reason. All right? All these things, I'm recording videos on every single one of these. Long videos, longer than my YouTube videos, right? With PowerPoints, more organized. That'll come later for the YouTube channel, later on. There's a lot of other content coming for the YouTube channel and the Discord channel. This is a community channel, free to anyone in the world, free to the public. So it's not a mentorship, it's not a course. You can catch all the content here on YouTube Live every day. All right? So it's all just for educational purposes. Take note of everything, but I'm going to be making videos for the YouTube channel on a lot of these blueprints and these topics, and when we're live too. But books for now, yeah, there's a couple books in there that I uploaded. I would go through them. Go through them if you haven't already. I know some of you guys are asking if I can upload more. I'll definitely do that in the near future, right? Just opened up the Discord, so there's a lot of stuff in there already. But every day, I'm going to be sending information in there. Don't worry, don't worry. Don't worry, I got you guys. For me, I'm going to be here on YouTube every day for me. You know, it's just a decision that I wanted to make. I'm a trader. Been trading now 10 years. So I'll be here live streaming. No reason, it's just part of the journey. No reason, it's just part of the journey, you know. I've been doing 10 years, trading for 10 years, so this is what I want to do. That's it. So, new strategy. First 15, 30 minutes, sit on your hands. We talked about why. So I'm gonna pull up some notes here because I have it. One moment, should be on my other screen. Let me drag it over. There we go. So let's talk about this real quick. I'm gonna pull it over from my notes here. It's hiding. Found it. Bear with me for a minute. Oh yeah, you see that? There's a lot of videos right there. I got content for you guys. Like, you see what's on the YouTube channel? There we go. Look at that. Boom. I don't know if you saw how many videos were there. There's like 60 videos there. Probably like 50 hours of content. I don't know if you got a quick little glimpse of that, but all right, let's talk about it. Let's get into the deep dive. This will be a little bit longer since we got NFP, but that video, I want you guys to watch this video today, right? I want you guys to watch this video. It's only 15 minutes long. Make sure you guys watch that. That's your homework for today and this weekend. All right, that's all I ask. News strategy, right? So what I like to do, and I'm going to talk about it in that video, right, is journal things, right? There's an important lesson in that video, and I'm going to go over a little bit here too with you guys. I like to journal some experiences. So we have NFP coming up today, right? So what I like to do is I like to journal these news events, right? I like to document them. So we can see this, for example, is NFP news candle. So what I call it in the news strategy, I call it the news candle, right? Again, guys, if you guys are getting value so far, remember to drop a like, leave a like on this stream, leave a like on all the videos if you guys want me to keep doing them, especially. Hope you guys are getting value so far. So we call it the news candle. Remember that. Smash the like button. Smash the like button. If you guys are enjoying this, if you guys want me to keep doing these every day, I appreciate the feedback. Never goes unnoticed. So why do we call it the news candle? I'll put some notes in the news candle. You can do like a fake out, basically like a temporary direction. You'll see me talk about this in the news videos. So the news candle often gives you, I would say, a 15 to 30 minute kind of fake out, or I like to say temporary direction. That's what I like to say, temporary direction. Yeah, it's cold out here in Toronto. Where's everybody plugged in from? It's freezing out here. I see some people in the chat all over the world. Nah, it's too cold. This weather's too cold. You gotta go to like Florida. It's too cold. I bet it's cold, and yeah, and so I'm looking at some of these countries in the chat. Yeah, a lot of us experiencing the same thing right now. It's like a freezer out here, like a refrigerator when you step outside. So what you gotta understand about the news candle is it looks something like this. And in that video that I just posted today, it goes over more examples. But this was an example from NFP. Right, so it can be like a temporary direction, and it's typically a big candlestick, right? It's typically a big candlestick. Why does this happen? Because the market knows a lot of traders are gonna be in buys or in sells already, or taking buys and sells in this exact moment. So there's a lot of liquidity grabbed here in the market. Liquidity just means like money. It's a fancy word for money. There's a lot of fancy terms in trading that make you think trading's more complicated than it needs to be. You can see this example, the market's like trading at a resistance and the price just spikes up for the first, this is a 15-minute time frame. If you look here in the left corner, you might be able to see where it says 15, gold, US dollar 15. So what does the market do here? Think about anyone who was selling gold before, they probably would have exited their trades in a loss. Stop losses would have got hit or something like that, right? Anyone who was in buys or taking buys during news, like during the news, right when it gets released, most brokers are going to have a spread or what's called slippage because the price is moving very fast in that first 5 to 10 minutes. So there's usually going to be a slippage and spread in price as it's moving. So anyone who's really buying in this moment has to be really quick. Like really, really quick, because they didn't have long. Anyone who's buying because they think the market is going to keep pushing up. It's going up. Now it's going to keep pushing. Reversal, right? For the morning. The market reverses for the morning, you can see. So that was on NFP. Friday, September 6th. The NFP data came out negative for the dollar and gold dropped. This is interesting because after this drop happened, gold went up the entire next week. After this drop, the entire next week, gold went up. So it's interesting because when you look at the data here, you would think gold's going to go up because it came out negative. It would be like gold, it reacted to the data, but it went down. This is what the market can do. A lot of fake outs during the news. Like today, this could happen today. Today, the data could come out negative and everything could drop because it's going to set up for that buy after. Because when data comes out negative, it's like, oh, that's negative, this should go up. A lot of times, like here, February 6th NFP, the data came out negative, right? Positive, but more positive than the previous year. But after this dumped, gold flew up for the remainder of the next week. But it's this moment, it's that candle, the news candle, that you can take advantage of. There's different ways to take advantage of news. I like to wait 15-30 minutes and see if I get a news candle, because there's actually so many news events. Like NFP is one of them that happens once a month, but every week you have news events like the unemployment claims, and then you have your CPI data, your PPI, like you have other impacts, you have other influences to the market other than just the NFP, right? So often, like if you look at this May 3rd NFP, spikes up. So there's your news candle. And then price flushes down. So today, something similar could happen. And if you look at, look at the data here, for instance, like May 3rd. So it's kind of like, see the what was being forecasted, but what came out was negative. Gold dropped that morning, but the drop was to set up for a buy. So look at the news candle though. The news candle, this is a 30-minute chart. So that candle, this green one that has the big wick, means price would have went all the way up here. At one point, that candle looked like this right here. A really green candle. Drop a number 1 in the chat if you guys are understanding so far. Drop a number 1 in the chat if you guys are understanding what we're going over right now. Oh man, it's net. Yeah, we hit -10 the other day. I was like, what? Kitchener, what? Look at that. Small world. The 519. Yeah. I lived there. Now I'm in here. Still here. It's gray over there. It's gray. It's cold. It's cold. I don't even leave this building. I live in the Shangri-La. I don't even leave the Shang. Like it's Everything here. You got everything here. There's really 2 restaurants downstairs. Pool, gym. Are you guys understanding everything so far, or do I need to slow down? Is it good? We good? We good? You can rewatch this stream. Remember, rewatch this. Watch the YouTube videos too, guys. And we're going to be here daily. That's why I say if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Turn your notifications on, because you're not going to want to miss when I'm live. I'm going to be going over information like this daily, every single day, all 2025. We good? We good? We good? Well, I live in a hotel. I live here. I live in a hotel. It's fire. Hotel residencies. You only know until you live in one. I'm telling you. Well, I live in a downtown. I live in a very central downtown place. So the best buildings here are like the Ritz-Carlton, Shangri-La, the Hyatt. The best residencies here, at least. So that's pretty much why I'd say it's like one of the best buildings. Someone said bull flag on Bitcoin. You gotta watch out with bull flags, especially before news. You see a bull flag, it could get flushed out. I'd want to see Bitcoin flush out. Like it could just rip if NFP, like it could just rip because the daily's already turning green. Remember what I put at the beginning of the week? It's following my analysis that I put at the beginning of the week though on Bitcoin updates. Beginning of the week, I did right. I'll probably get a pullback beginning of the week to like, what did I put here, like 95, 94? Before going up. Maybe it's following my analysis that I saw at the beginning of the week. Like, I saw it's coming down. That didn't hold. But I did right. Like, Bitcoin should flush out, right? I did right. If it doesn't hold here, we're definitely going to flush out. I saw that. That made sense. Like, if you look to the left on Bitcoin, look left here, under this price, accumulation or demand, we can see like under here. So I was looking left like, okay, if it doesn't hold 100K, it's definitely going to come down. I was expecting this drop. Now the question is, if you look left also, we buy underneath here. There's buyers coming underneath here, closer to 90,000, 91,000, 92,000, right? Lower 90s. So I was expecting that flush out. We got that flush out. Like I was saying, like it'll probably flush out if 100K doesn't hold. Are we getting this? You can see we might get the scoop up now. Today's NFP is important for that, I think. Today's NFP is a catalyst. Like, what if it comes out more negative, like lower than the forecast? Then that'll probably shoot Bitcoin up. I think that would shoot Bitcoin up then. The forecast comes out negative, that would probably give Bitcoin more recovery today. XRP looks interesting. We'll come back to the news stuff. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going too fast on the news. XRP looks interesting. Big pattern here on XRP. And there's a lot of news. Like, I don't know how true this stuff is that's circulating with XRP. I know there is some trueness to like stuff like this with companies and banking.
You said it is the coin to be looking at right now.
Absolutely.
Why?
Okay, so Ripple actually was the second largest coin prior to the SEC's investigation of them. They did this really weird lawsuit against them, and basically the Ripple's going to be the track that everything's going to be running on in the future. So they created their own stable coin right now.
Okay.
And Bank of America, like I said, they were doing 100% of their internal transactions. They've got 83 different patents on it, and there's some incredible stuff that's going to be coming out. So.
Did you hear what he said there? I don't know.
Like I said, they were doing 100% of their internal transactions. They've got 83 different patents.
83 different patents. I don't. Bank of America. I don't know like how true this is. There's a lot of news with the Bank of America and even other companies, like companies and banks and stuff. A lot of like good positive news. The CEO was just with Trump too. Like he's close to Trump. So from what it seems, right? Ripple CEO confirms 2025 is the most pro-crypto conference, and they were just in a meeting together the other day, like this past week, right? And then this is on Fox News. That's not the CEO.
Another one you like
That's
is Ripple.
I don't know what CEO that is. Some David guy. But that was just on Fox News. Some CEO, he confirms, he said that. What he said? A lot of people are saying this with Ripple, XRP. If you look at the price of XRP, a lot of things are down, right? Like Ethereum took a big dip. I'm buying Ethereum now in this price. I'm holding it. I'm gonna try swinging it for a month probably. I have a liquidation price pretty far right now, like at these lows. I'll probably move it up depending on like what happens today or going into next couple of weeks. But I'm starting to buy and trying to swing Ethereum in this area, averaging around this area and try to swing it up. Pretty much like my trade rate now is like this, right? If it goes to 4K, I make 20K right now. But I'm gonna, like, I have my risk all the way down here. I'm probably gonna end up moving that up, like depending on what the market does, maybe. But it's a big trade that I have right now on ETH. If it goes to 4K, I make a good profit. But I'm entering in this like 2300, 3100, 2300 area. I did put like a Discord update on that as well. Some of you guys wondering about crypto. Like, I was expecting ETH to pull back this week. Pulled back way lower than I thought, actually, to be honest. So once this pullback happened, I'm like, okay, this might be time to start watching this, maybe paying attention for a move on ETH. I have a stop loss below 3050 right now. Some targets. I put the zones and stuff there. It's in the Discord. You guys can check it out. It's a swing trade that I'm basically trade number one, trying to hold for the next couple of weeks. One trade. XRP though, let's go back to that real quick. Like a lot of things, like obviously altcoins are down, Jasmy's down, Link's down. Like a lot of coins took some heavy hits, right? Solana's down. Sui's trading nice, $5. There's a lot of coins that took some good hits, like in my alts. XRP looks interesting on the daily. If you guys are familiar with patterns, you might be able to see what my eyes see. Maybe we got some similar eyes on the stream here. Maybe you guys kind of see what my eyes see, right? If you guys want information for that, go in the Discord. I'll drop the links and stuff. So broker links, Discord chat, I'll put it in there. Now, I'm not in USA, so if you're outside of the USA, guys, I don't know a broker to use for that. I'll be dropping that. I can put it in the chat in a minute here for those asking. A lot of people are asking yesterday too. XRP looks interesting. Crypto's obviously taking a big hit, but this coin, we can see pretty much like a bull flag building up. Now, big date to pay attention to. Crypto can pretty much do anything until January 20th. It can go down, it can pump. I can have a lot of price fluctuations, a lot of volatility. Donald Trump takes office January 20th, guys. So if you're into crypto, I do a little crypto trading too on MT5. I only like to trade Bitcoin though, really. That's really it. Bitcoin and Ethereum. Not so much into other coins. Bitcoin mainly the main thing. I have a strategy with that that I focus on, and I can teach you here on streams for those of you guys interested as well. Just make sure you plug into the Discord. So for those wondering about crypto, like anything can really happen until January 20th. Like you've seen how Bitcoin moved in 3 days. January 20th, 10 days away. So a lot of time considering what can happen in 3 days of price action. Considering the last 3 days, we have 10 days until he takes office. That's January 20th. So in relation to that, guys, what you got to know is typically after inauguration and US election, there's a correlation with Bitcoin. Anything can happen before, right? If you look, price can dip beforehand, just like we're seeing. It can keep going down. Today's a big day with NFP. After It's weeks after inauguration. Weeks after. It's not the day of. Price can even drop the day of inauguration. Like, people are expecting markets to go up that day. Maybe even if it has a slight dip that day before something like this, where we make a new peak in February going into March. That's typically when Bitcoin makes its peak, February, March. So that's what you got to be prepared for. When you look at XRP, the price looks interesting versus a lot of other cryptos, and the pattern that it's making here, it's very similar to here, all right? Now we got 30 minutes till NFP, so we're going to go back to gold. Maybe look at Bitcoin after NFP, maybe like 30 minutes after NFP. We're going to go back to gold in a minute. It looks pretty much like one of these patterns that you can see here. Maybe if you're a trader, we have similar eyes, right? You might see what I'm seeing on the chart, right? A little bit. Broker I'm using does quick withdrawals in crypto. I just dropped it in the chat. People been asking me, but if you're in USA, don't got that answer for you. Check it out. Does like quick withdrawals, like usually mine like process, because I like to withdraw in crypto. Usually mine process in like 24 to 48 hours. Pretty fire. So what I like to do is maybe make like an account, a couple grand in an account for the week, 5, 10K. I know it's not a couple grand, but like maybe like 2K some weeks even, and try to flip it, collect my crypto. Because we might be in a bull run, so it's time to lock in. Check it out. I trade on MT5. Why? I'm just so used to it, 10 years of trading, just used to it, I think I'm just like, when I say used to it, someone asked, it's more second nature used to it, like naturally used to it. Okay, I'm used to quickly logging in, checking out the candles like this, that, or like it's quick for me. So I'm used to it in that terms. There's great platforms out there, but I'm just used to it. It's the OG way, I guess. The OG way. So we got NFP coming out in 30 minutes. We're going to be live for NFP, guys, on this session. We'll see how it impacts the market and how the data comes out. But what I was saying with XRP, it looks like one of these patterns. Now, I'm on the hourly to see these patterns. I don't know if you guys can see what I see, right? Maybe my traders, maybe some traders got the same eye here. If we zoom out, looks pretty interesting what we've been developing here on XRP. You can see what's here, $2, right? Like a psychological number, like a very, like a whole number, right? $2 flat right here, right? Oops, let's put that back. All right, 200, psychological whole number. Join the Discord, guys. All you gotta do, join the Discord, subscribe. I'll be live daily. I'll be putting my trade ideas in the Discord chat. First sessions was yesterday. First streams was yesterday. It's January 10th, 2025. We're gonna be streaming all 2025, guys. So I'd stay plugged in. Do you see what I see? Do you guys see what I see? Maybe building up. Today's news could be a big factor of like, does price break out? Or do we flush down till January 20th? Remember what I said, until January 20th? Kind of anything can happen with price. But on the daily, it definitely looks interesting to me. And especially because some of this news here, let's zoom out. Right, we just mentioned, and then up here, the CEO, he's pretty much boys with Trump now, They're pretty much boys now, International, the broker I just did was international. It's just not in USA. So it should work in Europe. Check it out. I just put the link in the chat. I'll put it again. So gold plan for today. Let's check it out. Let's see what gold's doing. But yeah, keep an eye on XRP. I don't usually like always go over XRP, like mainly Bitcoin. But when I look at the chart, it's like interesting. This pattern staying pretty sideways, if you ask me. So kind of looks like a breakout shaping up, maybe to like threes, but a retest of $2 would be pretty much sexy, right? To kind of fill that pattern more. Go back to gold. If you're new to trading, today's going to be probably a really spicy day. So if you're brand new to trading, this is a good strategy for you. So even if you're experienced, because you can always take advantage, if you're really experienced and you know price, you can take advantage of waiting that first 15-30 minutes and see if there's a reversal. So usually the temporary direction, I'll go over this again because this is probably what we're going to look at for gold today, leads to a reversal. So if you're new to trading, you don't want to always, you're not looking to push the buttons at 8:30. What I like to do is wait 15-30 minutes. I call it sitting on my hands. We already talked about why. Moment. Dropping something in the chat right now. Yeah, but I live in Canada. I'm from Canada. Maybe one day I'll go back to Florida. The weather. I have a Telegram and a Discord. Check out the Discord. It's all in there. The Discord link is pinned. So if you look in the chat, guys, Discord link's pinned. For this week, you're done. Like that's like honestly like some of the guys that I know at high levels. Like there's some guys that I know that are really high levels. They're the types of people that have real discipline. I can be a little more edgy and aggressive. Some guys that I know that, like, if you're working with big accounts and you're disciplined, and you're like, you know what, I made my profit for the day. NFP doesn't dictate my month, my week, my year. It's just one trading day, right? If you look at the price action this week, right? Even for myself, there's weeks where you have to gauge out and be like, if you had a good week, it's Friday, your week's done, right? NFP doesn't make your week. It can also break your week, right? If you overtrade it, or if you get too aggressive, you make the wrong move, or you're wrong. Maybe it ruins some of those profits. So a lot of traders have discipline to say, like, you know what? If I traded Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week and I'm in profit, the week's pretty much done, right? Even just on a regular week, you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right, guys? If you're profitable Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that's most of your week, right? Think about going to work, right? If you go to work, you work a job, you have to show up every day to get paid, but in the market, you can have 2-3 profitable days of the week, and that makes your week. So I like what someone said in the chat. Someone said in the chat, I'm done for the week. I had a good week. I noticed that in the chat. That's always a good way to play it for the long game, because trading is a long game, right? And these news events don't have to make your day. Going into them with a plan and saying, okay, I'm gonna maybe even risk this amount. Like if you're up $500 on the week, right? You're gonna trade NFP. Okay, I'm gonna risk $50 during NFP. Something like that. Going in with more of a strategic plan, discipline, and being more risk orientated, so you don't overdo it. And it's like, okay, you still keeping what you made. Just some advice, maybe some things you can take from what I just said. Take what you need from that and discard the rest, right? Gold. Show us gold. I will. We'll look at gold. Hey, man, if you guys were here this week, man, I hate to say it, guys, but been calling out gold buys this week. Like, I hate to say it. I want to give the trades, but we got to be patient for the trades, all right? Even yesterday, man. I see the chat. I know you guys want the chat, and that's why I say make sure you subscribe if you're new. Hop in the Discord, because I'm going to be doing this every single day all 2025. So If you're in the Discord, if you're here on the lives, you'll get trade ideas. Don't worry. Don't worry. We had some spicy setups literally just this week alone. It's pretty much like your first week. It's like your first normal trading week of the year now. This week and then next week, right? First normal trading week, NFP, because last couple of weeks we had all these bank holidays. December market can be an interesting time. Trust, if you're new, make sure you subscribe and you're in the channel. Turn your notifications on, because every day you're going to get analysis, trade ideas like this. Like yesterday, we were talking about sells at 2675 area on gold on this session live, and I updated it in the Discord yesterday. Literally took that sell. I ended up entering even a bit more, caught it down, and then ended up entering buys. I gave you guys the rundown yesterday. Like, man, this is what I say. I wrote in the chat yesterday, are you guys awake? I think I said that. Like, I was like, chop chop, are you guys awake? Are you guys seeing this? We talked about sells yesterday, guys, at literally 2675 to come down to this area, sells to buy. I gave you guys the sell and the buy setup. So we'll see what today brings. We're going to wait 15-30 minutes in the beginning of the news. We're going to see how the news comes out. Wait 15-30 minutes and see if there's a trade idea or trade setup after that. If we don't really see anything, I'll be sure to keep you guys updated for sure. But there were some good analysis. Yeah, we'll be live during NFP. I even got some DMs, man. Like, people messaged me. If you look in the chat earlier, there were some people who caught sells. Literally, people caught sells and buys yesterday. We were talking about it earlier on the stream. Remember, leave a like if you guys are getting value so far. We're going to be live for NFP in 20 minutes. Get your popcorn ready. Get your coffee ready. What do I ask? Just leave a like, leave a comment, share the streams. That's all. The Discord, the YouTube, it's free for anyone in the world. Yesterday we hit like 1,000 people on the first stream. Anyone in the world. The YouTube's free to anyone. Discord, so anyone can join these streams. Broker I trade on has Bitcoin, gold, Ethereum. So I mainly trade Bitcoin because the spread's not so bad on it, and the lot sizing's good. You can go down to 0.001 and you can go small and scale in. I don't like other cryptos. I just mainly like Bitcoin. Well, I have a monitor. I have a monitor here. All you really need maybe is just another monitor. You don't need a bunch of screens. Someone asked, like, you don't need a bunch of screens. Maybe one monitor is good. Get yourself a little trading station. Make a desk. Go on eBay or something. Buy. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. It doesn't have to be a $200-$300 monitor. It could be an $80 monitor or something on a low budget. Just a monitor, trading station, a desk, a chair. Somewhere you can have maybe a workstation at. In the beginning, I used my bed. When I was 17, 18 years old, I would be in my bed on my laptop or the kitchen table. I remember those days. Let's check out gold. Gold is more bullish right now. It's in an uptrend on the daily. We can analyze it right now and go over some stuff. Remember the overall kind of rundown of like what we're expecting for news and what NFP usually brings. NFP usually brings high impact in the first 15-30 minutes for gold. Most of the times it's a fake out for gold. Like when you look at all the news events, there's more news events than just NFP, but NFP being one of them. For gold, on majority of the high impact news, you'll get that fake out. And a lot of times the first 15-30 minutes. So might be looking for that today and see how it reacts. So get ready. I wait all month to trade the NFP news, someone said. MT5, yeah, MT4s, most brokers just support. I've been using MT5 since day one, MT4 since day one. I like it. I'm used to it. Let me look at the chart real quick. I don't trade binary. That was way back in the day. I know people who do. I know some people who do. It's like international though. Like that's not. I'm not in the. You have to be like international to trade those. I can't trade on binary, but there's like international brokers out there. I think I know some. You gotta ask you asking some. So like account, that's a question to ask an account. So we're not going. This is for educational purposes, also only, guys. Remember, ask me some questions. You can ask me anything, but some things to ask an accountant. I'm not an accountant. Remember that. All right. Remember where you are. You gotta talk to an accountant, man. That's a question to ask an accountant. Right? You'll get better information from them. That's what I do. I have an accountant. There you go. Yeah, I'm not educated on that. My accountant is. Yeah, gold looking like it might want to take the highs out. Like it might want to keep pushing up, right? If you were on my live stream last night, I literally said, "Ah, man, you guys got to pay attention, guys. Bullish scenario, if price holds above 26.75 and breaks, we're going to go higher." If you're on last night's live stream, so we did 2 live streams yesterday. Last night, we went over this. I said a bullish scenario would be if it breaks and retests 26.75 on the live stream yesterday. The second one I did. If you look at 26.75, guys, still holding above that. NFP, I wouldn't look for sells now or early NFP because yeah, it could reverse from here, but it's too risky for me, too aggressive. I don't like to trade the initial move. It looks like we're testing previous support, but gold could fly up if NFP comes out. So we're just gonna wait. We'll chill and wait. Mark some new levels. 26.75 still holding. Yeah, that 26.75 was a key level yesterday, right? They were talking about sells on that yesterday to come down. Price is now above that, so looking like it's trying to hold 26.75 for now. There is some supply to the left here that you can see, but volatility is coming, so it's a perfect day for the market to actually run through that if it's going to keep bullish. You can see that 26.75, which is a key level that I said to keep an eye on. I said watch the 26.75 zone. I said to keep an eye on that, guys. That was a key area to keep an eye on. I recognized that yesterday. Even right now, when we look at price, it's still holding above that. So you'd have to really wait for a close underneath that. Like if price is able to get underneath that, it might flip bearish. I'm going to wait and do what I usually do during news. You guys will get used to that when you come on live sessions in the near future. Some of you guys have been on sessions with me maybe in the past, so some of you guys might already know. INJ. Inject INJ like the coin. That's funny. Usually, so after, it's kind of during and after, because NFP is an event that, boom, it hits. But that first 15-30 minutes is like price fluctuating. I'm waiting for that news candle, and I want to see if like it drops, maybe there's a buy scenario. If it spikes up, maybe there's a sell scenario. Laptop, 24-inch monitor, desk, smartphone, that's all you need. Maybe concentrate on one pair. That's a good idea. Yeah, like knowing like when I started, all I traded was USD CAD and GBP Japan and Euro USD. So I didn't trade gold until maybe like 4 years into trading. I remember one day I took a sell on gold. I can even show you guys in the chart in a minute where. And it was like a half lot I had, and I made like $1,500. And it just the way it moved, I was like, wow. Price like dropped like 300 pips that day. It was like a huge day where gold dumped, and I was in a sell. And I think it was just the experience and having a breakthrough like that. In trading, you're gonna have breakthroughs where your first $1,000 day, your first $500 day, your first $100 day. That's where you'll have a breakthrough, and you'll realize, okay, I had my first $100 day. There's more to go from here, right? When you experience your first $1,000 day in the market, right? Those will be times where you have a breakthrough, right? Where it's like, whoa, this is real. Okay, your first 5,000. My real breakthrough was my first $10,000 day, 5 years ago when I had a $10,000 day in the market. I remember where I was, what I was doing. I remember how it felt, and I was after that day, it was a new beginning. So it's things like that that can shape your trading, where you have an experience that's positive that can give you a breakthrough, or you have an experience that's negative that gives you a breakthrough, right? Where you blow an account, where you go maybe on a bad trading month, you do something you knew you shouldn't have done. You break your rules, right? And that experience might fuel you to do better, right? That experience where you break your own rules, where you do something you know you shouldn't have done, right? Where you make a mistake. That's a negative that might fuel you to have a different type of breakthrough, right? So that was a good question. What time frame do you watch news on? I usually navigate. You'll see I go through the different time frames. What account size was your? It was probably like 10. I was trading aggressive at the time. Probably like a 10 to 15K account, around there. Probably like 5 lots deep on gold, like that type of thing, like 5 lots deep. So what we're waiting for is the news candle, guys, in 10 minutes now. Waiting to see what NFP does. I'm not in any trades anymore. I closed all my buys, unfortunately. NFP is expected to come out negative, so that could just push gold up. Gold scares me. I made my first gold, yeah, and your first loss. A lot of people are scared of gold, or even pairs, even like indices, US 30 or GBP Japan, things like that. What time frame? Yeah. That's aggressive. I have an appetite for risk. Well, think about it. I've been trading for 10 years. That was like a good time, a good period of my trading. Everyone's different too in trading. Some people have higher risk tolerance, more of an appetite for risk as well. Honestly, gold then though was not as volatile as it is nowadays. Like 5 years ago, gold was always volatile. But I'm telling you, like 5 years ago, 4 years ago, it wasn't making like the small candle moves like it is like these days. Like, man, moves a lot. After what happened in the last couple of years, the wars going on, a lot of like the crises going on in the world, conflict in the world, that really increased price volatility a lot, like crazy. All this past, like I'd say this last 2 years, a lot of volatility on gold because a lot of the conflict going on in the world. That's what's driven the price up for gold, right? The price of gold has gradually just increased last couple of years. It's because of all the conflict in the world. Yeah, this candle, you can see 26.75 holding. I'm chilling, waiting for the news candle. I gotta let NFP come out because NFP could just break price up, and I'm not in buys. I'm gonna wait. When you're on the charts as much as I've been on, so I talked about this yesterday. YouTube might be like 30-second delay. I'm gonna have to fix that. What time frames do I like to look at the news on? Well, 15, 5 minute. gauge through like the 30, 15, 5. Those time frames. Kind of in between those. Yeah, news will hit in like 7 minutes. Let's see what we got here. Did it hit 85? No. Yeah, there's some resistance maybe forming here. Price looks like it wants to reverse on the bearish side. Price on the smaller time frames, there's a bit of a distribution going on. But remember, today's not like your normal trading day where every single pattern is going to work. You're going to have either a flush down or a huge spike up in the next 5 minutes on gold. Looking left, we're pretty high looking left, but again, news today could just drive price up. All right, let me check the chat. Made a lot of money with gold, lost it again. Gold can be tricky. I think it's discipline. 1 minute. On the 1 minute accumulation patterns, but seeing them bigger, like trying to see them in a bigger shape, not candles, more just like a shape of price. Bullish scenario you can see is like 26.75 maybe holding for gold. If you're aggressive, I could see maybe the 26.75 holding like it is right now. If you're more aggressive, looking for like a quick scalp, maybe NFP blows price up, holds 26.75. That could be one setup to take us into the highs, a new high. If that zone doesn't hold, you're going to come down to maybe even as low as here or lower for the next demand zone. Could do, so this is another example of a news candle. I dropped a video today, guys. Make sure you check it out. I dropped a new video today. Part 2. The first video I did got 10,000 views. That's my most viewed video. 7 months ago I posted that. Check out this video after this session. I just dropped part 2 of that video. It's a really good video. So for example, like someone like me, I've been on the charts. Like some of you guys haven't been on the charts as long as I have, and you haven't maybe been through as many news events. So I know what can happen. I know anything can happen on news, so I don't chase the news. So one thing to know about me is I'm not always too worried about if it goes up in the beginning or if it goes down. I'm not worried about really catching that news move. I've never been like that. My first year trading I was, but nowadays I like to let the news make that candle and then try to look for the reversal and try to look for if it's a huge bullish candle, wait a bit, see if there's a reversal. If it's a huge bearish candle like this, like you could have a situation like this on gold today where you just get a huge drop and then it rallies back up. That's the thing about this event that's happening today, is it could do a situation like this and it could do a situation like this, right? That's what you got to be aware of in the market when it comes down to these high impact news events. Stuff like this, where you get those big wicks formed, or just really strong candles like this that end up reversing. Like I said, temporary movement. They have a temporary direction. All right. I'll be watching the news and maybe there's a setup. Yeah, I'm going to be here watching. If you're looking for like something aggressive, that might hold for a scalp. If we hold above 26.75. But yeah, we live. Yeah, I'm gonna try to give some analysis and a setup. That's the plan of these sessions. Like if you were here yesterday, go watch yesterday's session. We ran down gold pretty good yesterday. I'll be putting trade signals probably starting next week as well. Like I've been giving you guys my chart analysis day by day in the Discord as well, like the exact support levels and zones and areas I'm looking for entries around, the exact prices and like what I'm looking for in price to do in my analysis. So that's, I'll be in the Discord more in detail. Like yesterday was pretty spot on. What do we got? Probably like 30 seconds here. Yeah, price is flushing down. Can't even see the candle. It's probably going to turn into a buy. It's probably going to turn into a buy getting this type of move down. Maybe a buy scenario forming. So probably, let's see how news came out. Oh, way more positive. So above. So that's strong for the dollar. Let's see. Employment change came out better than the previous months. Better than what was forecasted. Unemployment rate dropped. Average, so way more positive here for the dollar index. Way more of a positive news. This is going to bring assets down. So Bitcoin's probably going to drop right now. Yeah, Bitcoin's going to dump. Now, because it's positive, like the market doesn't, the dollar doesn't have to go up all morning. Again, we could potentially get reversals of these moves we're seeing right now in maybe the next 15-30 minutes. We have to watch gold. Sells would have been it. It's London bullish, New York bearish. Would have loved to have been in those, but let's watch price. Wouldn't get in buys yet. This is not when you. It's only 1 minute after the news. You want to wait maybe 15 to 30 minutes range. But I think some of this candle may get reversed on like the 15-30 minute to go back up. Have like a move like this potentially. Oh, wait till like 8:45. See how this candle goes. That's, yeah, much better than expected for the dollar. Man, they couldn't have taken us up. Yeah, now Bitcoin's gonna drop. Now, Bitcoin though on the daily, like if you look at Bitcoin, there is like a inverse head and shoulders forming, like an accumulation. So like Bitcoin doesn't look bad. Like this flush out might set up for a buy if you're looking at Bitcoin. Like this is coming back down to the low, almost like a head and shoulders accumulation pattern forming here. If you kind of see what I see, at the left over here, head in the middle, market just broke out this high. So Bitcoin could be trying to flush out to set up, and I kind of even said that at the beginning of the session. Remember, I even said I even said that at the beginning. It'd be good to see Bitcoin flush down to go up, right? If you remember a bit ago. So Bitcoin's doing that flush out. This will probably recover later today, or maybe even going into next week. This area, you can see we have that broken trend line, took out liquidity. We just took out this high here. So it looks like Bitcoin's trying to come back to spring test the lows in this area. There's a good accumulation potentially building up here on Bitcoin. Let's go back to gold. It's probably dropping still, yeah. Gold, let it drop. If you're not, I wouldn't chase sells. Sells, you'd want to be in sells. If anything, there might be a quick scalp coming for a reversal between now 8:45. See this low? We're at the low. Wait. 2660. Where's 2650? Down here. I'd wait. There might be a good scalp coming on gold, or maybe it's a stronger recovery. 2650 is down here. It's a little farther. Price just took out like all this trend line liquidity. It's testing this low though. There's some demand here. So we got the news candle. Potentially this candle could reverse. There could, I think looking at price is gauging it out. It could be like one of these candles, but just like opposite, right? Potentially this could be like a reversal candle on price. You could probably catch like on, it's been 5 minutes. Maybe some quick scalps are able to catch on this low area over here. I did even say it could flush down to here. This right here, you see that's a volume point because we have a sell to buy candle there. That would have been nice to catch down there. Let's wait. Maybe this still 15 minute. How much time left? 9 minutes. Next candle. If this forms a wick, then there's still time for this to come down even lower. There might be a little scalp on the buy side building up. Missed a good entry down there. High impact, but it has to get through a lot of price here to keep dropping. So it might need a pullback first if it's going to do that. Still in like a daily uptrend, like higher highs all week. Higher high here. So that price action still looks interesting, how we're holding the lows. So this low's key right now. Like you could see right now, this low's holding. We missed a good entry there at the lower 60s. Yeah, I was, you know, like if you guys are, for those of you guys that are familiar with my strategy, like London bullish, New York bearish, it was literally that. But this, like gold has a lot of demand right now. So right now, if you're looking at 2675, you might have, so right now, for those of you guys that are wondering how I scalp on like 5 minute, 1 minute, it'd be like, if you're looking at a bearish reaction, maybe 2675 now holds to come back down. That would be if you were looking at this like, okay, news was bearish, pullback continuation, that could be a way to look at this. It's like initial news move, it pulls back, it continues the news move. That could be a bearish scenario if it's reversing down for the day. That's one way you could look at the news when the candle comes out. For instance, I put something in, and I got to put more of these. I put something in here. Oftentimes, like news can start a move, retrace the move, and then continue the move. If you're scalping and you're in the moment, that can be one way to trade news. Throughout this session, we've gone over the way I like to trade news, because I've just had better decision-making process and results with it. I like to wait for the news candle, but when you're looking at this now, it's like, okay, the market dumped. On the 1 minute, you're getting that first pullback. It could react potentially here on the 1 minute, like a small scalp. But look at that wick forming on the 30. There's still time on the 30. If the 30 forms a big wick, then it's more like, okay, we could reverse up. We'll wait it out. We'll wait it out. But there's like this chart, there's a lot of news events you get on a certain candle. It might be a 5 minute that looks like this, or a 1 minute, or even like the 15, 30. This is what this is a 5 minute candle. There can be initial news move, and then there can be retracements of that initial news move that take you on into that direction. I'm not. That would be like looking at this as initial news move. Your first pullback, maybe there's a continuation. I'm not seeing that as much as I am as my regular strategy. Like I'm seeing we tap this low pretty strong, right? Pretty strong reaction there. So that's your news candle right there. See it on the 5. Might be like a little scalp here. I'm not into that as much as I am looking for buys, because I've been literally looking for buys all week. Yeah, see, a lot of times it fakes out. See, what I was talking about all session, it's like, that happened pretty quick though. It's only 10 minutes. Like, usually 15, 30 minutes, get like a, you have more time than that. That was pretty quick, like reversal there. Usually you got a bit more time. The market was pretty quick there. Usually it stays, like usually the candle stays down. It just came into that demand area. That was pretty quick. Like, I don't know if any of you guys were able to sneak in buys, but I missed that action there. 15 long wick forming, 30 long wick forming. That could be key. That could be a bullish sign if we close with a really long wick, maybe on the 15 and 30. That was a quick reversal candle. If you're into sells, it's a new strategy. I also know it's, again, I have it here. It's initial candle, first retracement, trade in that initial direction. That's another new strategy that I haven't really gone over on YouTube or anything. I don't have any really videos on that because I don't trade that as much, but you will see this as well when it comes down to new strategies as well. You'll get that initial move. There's times where it retraces the initial move, especially on FOMC. This would be your initial move. This will be your first retracement. That could maybe give you a reaction back down to the low, like scalping. That's something I see right now. If that drop happens, I might look for buys down there. If that drop happens, I'll probably end up looking for buys down there. One day I'll share my screen live with you guys on maybe on the broker, and we'll get into that whole thing. But right now, I'm just doing live analysis. Bitcoin back to 92. Yeah, where's the other chart we had? It was marked up. We had one marked up. Yeah, we had this markup. Yeah, looking like it. Looks like accumulation in my eyes. Forming up. Might be something to try to scale in on, because it could make a bigger move out of this if this whole area holds. There's a lot of volume there. That might not be a bad setup to keep an eye on. Back to gold. Yeah, if you look at the wick right now on gold, it's forming, suggesting like that. Man, it happened quick there. That's like the type of candle, that's like the type of thing I would have expected today, like, right? Like a bullish move up or a bearish move down, reversal. It just happened a lot quicker. I was only able to squeeze it. I was only able to squeeze a small trade in there, literally. That sucks. I quickly went to my phone, but man, I wasn't even waiting game now. If you fill the wick, like the next candle could come down to try to fill the wick, right? And have a reaction off of the wick. Like you could come down to the next candlestick. Maybe it tries to fill it on the next candle. Retest the wick and then have some bullish reaction at the bottom of there. But it looks like initial move is like we're getting a literally that news candle reversal. Not even that. Like initial move retracement. That's aggressive. I would like for this to come down so I could look for like another buy entry. I would like for this to drop so I could look for like a fill of that wick, because you can see a large wick forming on the 30 here. See a large wick forming? Even on the 1 hour it's forming a large wick, 30, 15. That does suggest a lot of bullish momentum stepped into the market. Like buyers buyers were in the market, but liquidity just got grabbed on the buy. Like all the buy side liquidity just got grabbed. And it came down to here, this low, and reacted perfectly off of it. So all the buy side liquidity, anyone who's in buys before news, during news, even anyone who's in buys here probably just got stopped out, right? It took that all the buy side liquidity. So realistically, like it could try to hold that wick. Like what I'm seeing for this big wick is like price wants to go up or fill the wick, go up. Still in an uptrend. See, now we're back above 26.75, literally. Damn, buys would have been nice. I made a light profit there for Friday. I'll show you. Where's gold? I got some Bitcoin buys earlier today. Literally snagged in there. I snagged in quickly. Made 588 bucks. Yeah, it's a live account. Blah, blah, blah. If you have to ask. Good week. I'm happy with 8,000 on the week. I'll take it. I took a fat L on Bitcoin though. I took an L on Bitcoin this week. Could have been like big week. I was in buys on Bitcoin. I was only like, I think it was like a 2KL. Not bad. I was just second nature. I push buttons for second nature. I push buttons in my sleep. So if you know me. I only got like a baby lot in there. The flush out, but like I gave you guys a good rundown of what could happen. I don't know if any of you guys caught any move there. Exactly what I trained you guys on for the last like over an hour. You guys just saw live, like the fake out. It just happened quicker than I was expecting it, right? Like I was expecting the market to more hold down longer and then start forming that wick. Just quick. Sometimes you got to be quick. Sometimes the market a little too quick. But like a situation like this where the market flushes out and it starts to form a wick, stayed down there longer, closed more around there, then rallied up. I want to maybe get a situation like that, or like this right here, for instance, like a situation like this where we have like a long wick forming after a big flush out candle. I wanted the next candle you see stays in that wick, and then you kind of get some recovery. Maybe that can still happen even on this. Nope. Nope. See, it's a fake out though. A lot of these news events, and now dollar news came out much better than expected, so it's like dollar should go up. But now the dollar's going down, right? Right now. Probably dropping. See? Dollar reversing its news move. Dang, it happened quick, literally 5 minutes after. Usually the market will give us like a good 15-minute range on that strategy. But I hope you guys learned a lot. Even if you didn't catch the move, I still hope you guys learned a lot from there, because that was some valuable information. Yeah, Bitcoin back to 92 probably. Back to that zone. I'd say 92,500. Closer to that. Like, kind of like what Bitcoin's doing right now is what I wanted more for gold to recover, like to get, and for buys. Like, okay, see how Bitcoin, you close this wick candle here, but this candle's still kind of like chilling here, so it suggests like even that could hold. Yeah, gold did that's the temporary move I was talking about that can happen like on a news. Like, that's when you're trading news, I like to just trade reversals. Huge BOS up. Yeah, so for me, still gonna wait for like a pullback. Even I'll scalp 26.75 and see if that holds. If it doesn't hold, I'll take a small L and wait for the low to get tested on gold. I don't know if I'll be live for that. Maybe I'll stay on. I'm still on here, but I'll put this in the Discord. Like, one of these two setups is what I'll look for on gold. So either we pull all the way down back to the zone where we just reacted off of. One of these two setups. Damn. Quick little buy there. This one could be more for scalping. The one at the bottom would be like more high probability. 26.75 might hold for a retest. Or you're going to come right down to this low. Back to the wick, the 30-minute wick. That makes more sense, coming back into that wick, retesting it a bit. That would be more on the 30-minute chart, 15-minute chart. For what's in front of us right now is like 5-minute, 1 minute, 26.75 if it stays above that. Yeah, retest of like the wick would be nice to see, personally, for me. That could be a setup around that area. If you're into scalping, like looking at gold right now, 26.75 might hold one more time. It looks like trying to go for a bullish reversal with this big wick. News spiked down. I'd say more bearish in the beginning. Probably gonna come down, fill that wick. Sells on New York. Yeah, pretty much every day this week you had sells on New York. If you look at gold coming into New York, but those sells turned into buys. If you look at gold every day this week. So let's start off. I'm going to put a yellow line on Monday. Let's start on Monday. And let's go Tuesday. And let's go Wednesday. And then let's go Thursday. So good thing you pointed out there in the chat. pretty much every day this week, correct, sells. If you look at, so also every day this week, London was bullish. Every day this week, London bullish. New York retraced the London move, but turned into buys. So this could hold more for a buy. Remember what I just said, how 2675 might hold there? Why? Because there's a BOS market structure shift potentially happening with these highs here. It's potentially trying to shift these highs above them. More like a BOS shift. We have this low here, which tells us like buyers stepped in. Looks like buyers are more in control. Sort of like the last 4 days on price. I want you guys to take note of this and watch yesterday's stream because I went over this yesterday. We can go more over this even next week, but if you guys want. 8K in a week? I've had 8K days. I'll show you the. You want to see my crypto portfolio? You want to see how much that's down today? Or is it up today? No, probably down. That's up. I'll show you the crypto portfolio. That's nothing. Let me see how much we're down on the day. Oh no. Oh, portfolio is up 40K on the day. So, hey. But it's down 250 on the week. So, but let me show you the year. I gotta go to the other one. If I could zoom in, how do I see? Oh, they updated the app. It's cool. If we go to where it was a month ago, 2 months ago. Oof. Yeah, we're down. Don't worry, the crypto portfolio is looking nice on the day, but the week. 8K weeks. Well, you got to think like your goal. So you might think like a $8,000 a week is big until you meet someone who makes $8,000 a day, and then until you meet someone who makes $8,000 a month is big until you meet someone who makes $8,000 a week, until you meet someone who makes $8,000 in a day, right? So your surroundings are key. You know who you're surrounding yourself by, who you're paying attention to, information, who you're learning from. I know guys. That's not my biggest day. My biggest day in gold, 38K. That's my biggest gold day, 38K. Now, there's gonna be some videos dropping soon on YouTube that you guys will see, fire videos. So what you got to do is set goals for yourself, and have a goal to make your first $100 day. Have a goal to make your first $50 day. That's how you get to those levels of like $10,000 weeks, $10,000 days, $1,000 weeks, $1,000 months, right? Let's say you have a $500 account in your trading account, right? How much is $50 worth to you in cost of operation, right? In the business of trading, right? Is $50 a lot to risk on one trade for you on a $500 account, right? You want to find a fine balance of like, it's I can risk it, but it's not too much. Like it's good to risk. It's a good amount of risk, but it's not too much, right? Eventually you find like an appetite for risk, and you find an account size. Like you might find an account size. Maybe your bread and butter is taking an account from $500 to $750 every week. That increase. So your goal is capital increase. Start off with a $100 trading account and try to take it to $200 in the month. If you lose the $100, is not financial advice. Again, it could be any amount. It could be $50. It could be $20. It could be any amount. Start with a $20 account in the month, or start with a $50 account, whatever it may be, right? Try to take that account to $100 in the week. See if you can do it. Test your abilities. You might have to risk the $50 to do it, but then it's questioning, is the $50 too much for me to risk? Maybe finding that number, maybe $20. I'm going to risk $20 and try to take it to 50 this week, or to try to take 20 to 100, something, right? A capital increase. I saw something in the chat, so I wanted to touch up on what someone said in the chat. They did it again this week. They sold gold, and man, I went over this. They sold gold to buy it up. They sold gold to buy it up. every New York session this week, the same retracement happened, so we just got it again. Maybe suggesting this wants to continue bullish for the day or hold more bullish, and maybe find sells later on. If you look at every drop this week it did is in New York session. Yeah, no matter, yeah. No, I've just been surrounded by the people I've been surrounded by. Like, I just know people at really high levels. So, to me, it's like, I'm used to it, right? It's still a big amount of money. 8K, 10K in a week. That's blessed, right? That's a blessed week. No, I'll take that any week. Come on, right? No, I won't get greedy, right? No, I'll show you guys some. Remember, I've been doing this 10 years. So once you've been doing it a long time, I'll show you guys some crazy stuff from my experience. I have some stories to tell. It looks like literally. Did anyone catch buys? Was anybody aggressive enough there? Man, it happened quick, but I would have liked the market to stay down more. That's pretty much what I went over all session. What I would do, guys, is watch this video I dropped today here. Learn how to trade the news. Drop that, leave a like, leave a comment if you enjoyed it, or leave a comment if there's any videos you want me to go over, or leave some comments on there on things you'd want me to go over on these live streams. I'll check out every comment later tonight. Someone asked yesterday. I'm gonna make it today. So today I'll make the chat in Discord. I'll probably make 2 chats, one for charts and one to just talking. So one for like dropping your charts in, dropping ideas. People can talk in it, discuss things. So there'll probably be 2 chats, one for more charts and then one for just like talking in. So I'm gonna do that today in the Discord. I'll probably do that later tonight. You guys will see it and I'll let you know when it's done. Just go in the Discord. Broker I'm using, I'll put the link in the chat. People keep asking that. Links in the chat. It doesn't work in USA, but it has faster withdrawals. I'm international. I'm not from US, so for USA, I do not know that answer. If you're more like international. Yeah, that would have been the move to catch right now, unless we spend like the next 2 hours here. That would have been the buy. Like, if you caught it, you caught it. Good job. I wish the market stayed down a little bit lower, so it gave me time to like really call it out. But it didn't really it just reacted really quick. I would have liked for it to stay down here longer, so I would have called it out quicker or better. For now, market might just carry on kind of what it's done the last 4 days. Like, if we look at the retracements of New York session Monday, we can see it recovered that, went up the rest of the morning, and then the whole day. That was Monday. If we see the next day, Tuesday, the retracement it did in New York, same thing. So what we would need is like a scenario like this where it retraces and comes back. But it's pretty far now, right? We would need it to come back to the wick, maybe fill it, like give us a retest. But if you look at every retracement, it's doing what it's done this whole week. Like retracement on Wednesday, nice move up. Same thing yesterday. I wish I held those buys. I got out of those buys. That's why I had the 8K week, is because of the buy that I caught. The sell I went light on, but when the buys came, I went pretty heavy. I went a bit heavier, a little heavier, right? A little bit heavier. Started adding some half lots down there. So that's what made my week right there, was this. But I got out at nighttime, like a bit before London session. I closed like in here before 26.75. Should have held all London. But it literally would have came back to my entries. See that? So it literally grabbed liquidity, right? So it's holding bullish. Like it did the same retracement yesterday, day before, 4 days in a row. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, guys, because every day we're going to be going over information like this. 2025, I'll help you guys understand gold and crypto. I would say gold, forex pairs, and then Bitcoin. Bitcoin and ETH. But 2025, I'll help you understand gold like this. Remember to leave a like if you guys are getting value on the stream. Smash the like button. Nah, VPNs don't work for brokers because you got like if it's a regulated broker, you can't VPN a regulated broker. like good luck. I don't know. I'm not looking for that way around. I've never like if someone makes you I don't know. I don't know about that. Yeah, we're back above 2675, guys, and literally I knew it. Sometimes I'm so right that I literally man, I was saying 2675, that's a key zone to watch. I said a rejection here could bring price back down to the demand area. 2675, now we're back above, so the market's probably just going to keep trending up for gold. Maybe around 2 p.m. and I would say end of London session will probably slow down for reversals. There's a reason I say end of London session. For anybody who's been on my YouTubes or on other streams in the past, you know what I'm talking about when it comes down to 2 p.m. with gold. So for some of you guys that might know what I mean when I say 2 p.m., for those of you guys who might be more veteran or pros that know my strategies, my blueprints, 2 p.m. you might get that end of the day shift at this point. They're probably going to keep going up till like here. Maybe there's some reversal there. I wouldn't even be looking for sells because it looks like 2700's intact. You're probably going to keep pushing closer to 2700 now on gold. It looks like it might be setting the tone for the day. If you're looking for sells, reversal up there. But remember, sells are pretty aggressive on gold. They're like this. This week, they were in New York. So the sell just happened. The sell was NFP to buy it up. Right? But look at last week's sells. So you don't really like last week's sells were like so I would chill for sells. Maybe the market. That's why I say if you hear me say for scalping, it means in the moment. Like when I say like for scalping, like right now in this moment, it could react off of 2675. That's literally what I mean. Like in this moment. I can read the charts really well. So usually when I'm trading, I'm locked in, quiet, pushing buttons. When I'm by myself, it's sometimes easier, but don't worry, I'll give you guys trade ideas in the Discord. We missed that buy. Some of you guys caught it. Damn, good job. Some of you guys actually caught it. I saw in the chat. What was my biggest day on crypto? 785K. That was my biggest day on crypto. And I say that looking at you. No cap. That was last bull run. That was because of a coin called H bar. ETH. Remember, I started buying Ethereum at... I've been holding Bitcoin since $1,200. I started buying Ethereum under $100. So Link was a big one for me because I got that in 20. I got Chainlink when it came out. So like I have a lot of Chainlink that I got really cheap like back here when it came out. So there's coins that I've been holding for a long time. Like XRP I bought at 10 cents. But I bought it at 10 cents over here. What's another one? Nexo. Got in Nexo before it was even like a coin. The Nexo, if you know what Nexo is. Solana. Dude, I did good Solana this run. Like I got it Solana late last run. I actually bought Solana really late last bull run. But this year I capitalized on Solana. Biggest day, yeah. I've had a big day. I expect by March, I'm going to have one of my biggest days by March. You guys will be here maybe for that. Solana ETF news is coming out too. So pay attention to that. That's coming in a few weeks. If there's any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We're probably going to wrap it up in the next 10 minutes, maybe a bit before 9:30. But another thing to pay attention to is Solana right now. Like I would be keeping my eyes on Solana. Because of the ETF news coming out. January 25th, big ETF news. So I think Solana, either before that or after that, is really going to start maybe having some, probably after January 20th, coming weeks. So February, March is looking good for crypto. February, March looks good. Let me see. I'll look at gold. Looks like 2,700. Yeah, I noticed someone said that in the chat. Nice. Just took out these highs. Crazy. Took out the lows and now just took out this high. Both sides. Scalping zone, you have, so what I like to do, so mark up, so 2680 right now could be a scalp, 2680, and where we're at like right now could be a scalping zone right now. But again, remember what I said before it came up here? Still, that same 2675 looks like it might try to come back down to. So you have a few zones, like if you're scalping, maybe right now you get a quick reaction. That could be a small trade that might react, but again, yeah, like you said in the chat, the low being tested, or like a pullback here, a bigger pullback for another high up. Like a deeper pullback maybe to 2675 area, or the low, like fill the 30, the wick's gone now though. Now we're gone on the wick. Like it's, price is taken off. We have an engulfing candle now. So because we've gone so far from the wick, it might just trend for the morning, for the rest of the morning. Maybe up until like the 90s, 2700. Obviously not the best buy here, but it could just keep flowing with the flow from here. I know this because of the whole numbers, 2680, and because of the structure it just broke right here, right? This high just got taken out right here where I'm putting the arrows. So when I say, like, you guys will get used to it, trust me, because I've done streams for years. When I say this is a moment where it could react here, you guys will see it a lot. Like if we stream for 2 hours every day, every stream, 2-3 hours, you guys will get used to what I see, and then you'll see price react and be like, damn, okay. Like little things like that, I know on gold where, because it just started to pick its direction possibly for the next like 2 hours, right? Looks like it wants to trend still. So like pullbacks for buys are good in this case. Like looking for retracements or pullbacks for buys are good in this case. I'll update a chart in the Discord in the next 30 minutes before we get off. But yeah, we hit 700 people today. Yesterday we hit 1,000. Solid, solid, solid. I could stream for 4 hours. Like the charts, the thing is when I'm on the charts scalping, I'm watching the charts. I'm not like sitting here talking. I'm watching some videos. So did anyone catch a buy down here? Was anyone quick enough? Type in the chat. I just want to see. Maybe the pros, maybe the veterans. Maybe some of you guys that are pro. I have some pros here. At this point, like pullbacks and maintaining more like bullish structure to me looks clear. Like maintaining more bulls is more of the bulls. I think by March, crypto will be good. I think in March, like anything can happen from now till January. I saw what someone that said in the chat. I went over this already. You can look at yesterday's streams as well. I talked a lot about crypto on the 2 streams yesterday. We'll probably be wrapped up in the next 10, by 9:30 we'll be wrapped up here. But anything, I talked about this yesterday and a little bit on this stream. Anything pretty much from now until January 20th can happen in crypto. But in March, I think Bitcoin will be at a new peak. February going into March, I think Bitcoin will be running. So I wouldn't be too worried about what you've been seeing. Look at that. What did I say? What did I say? Damn. You guys see Bitcoin? What did it react off of? So what you can do, and I should have done this earlier, so we would have been maybe in this trade. So on Bitcoin, you can mark every $1,000. I also like to use the 500s. Next week, we'll do a training just on this for Bitcoin. So whole numbers work really well on Bitcoin, like 95,000, 93,000. We can see there was just a solid reaction off of 93,000. Man, I was talking too much. Educating you guys. I would have caught that. I would have been up. Probably would have been a 9K week. I'm joking. I'm good. This could still set up for a bigger move though. Like you could see the head and shoulders accumulation pattern forming here. We broke liquidity. Like if you know liquidity concepts, there's trendline liquidity all here. You just captured all that as well. Like, so it looks like a head and shoulders accumulation still forming here on Bitcoin that could take you up into longs. I went over that not too long ago, but let me check the chat. Nope, unlucky. So gold bullish for the day potentially. Caught the buy, nice. Too fast, some of you guys, just a couple of you guys. Hit 500 on the trade, nice. Hit stop. You hit stop. Were you in before news? Like I said, before news is aggressive. I don't take trades during news, and that's why. I wait 15 minutes after. Today was just too fast. I always wait. I wait for the reversal. If it spikes up, I look for sells. If it spikes down, I look for buys. And honestly, I've had really good success doing that. Today, it spiked down. Would have been good buys. Yeah, so it'll probably trend up for the day. Towards the end of the day, like when London session finishes, around 12, between 12 and 2 p.m., you'll probably see price slow down wherever it is. Looks like it's going to keep up for the day. But guys, we're going to wrap it up for the day. Remember, if you're new, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be on here live every day, every week. The Discord link is in the chat. It's pinned. If you want updates like this for all the news, recent action, mindset, and tips, and you can get access to my blueprints, it's all inside of my Discord. I'm going to be uploading more blueprints this weekend. And there's a reason why I'm uploading all these. You guys will see probably very, very soon. There's a reason I'm uploading these blueprints and all these mindset things inside of the Discord. I'm making videos on every single one of these as well. So be sure to check those out if you haven't. I'm going to be uploading more stuff this weekend as well, and we'll be back at it next week. The schedule is also posted inside the Discord. You can check it under the live stream section. Check out the channel. There's a lot in there already that you can check out. I have live streams here. The schedule's in there. It should be under YouTube or announcements. That's going to be under announcements. Schedule there for YouTube every single day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If you guys want, if you guys keep tuning in, if I see a lot of people joining the streams, if you guys are enjoying the streams, maybe I'll add more sessions to this or even change the times. We could do London session as well. I don't mind doing like a 12, like a midnight 1 a.m. or 1 a.m., 2 a.m. London session on here as well. So if you guys want that in the near future, if I see people are liking the sessions and people want me to keep doing them, I'll probably add like a London session in here as well. And I don't mind adding more sessions in here. Just stay subscribed, stay tuned to the sessions. We'll be live every day. I'll check out the chat just to see if there's any more questions, but that's the schedule for now, guys. Like I said, I don't mind adding to it. I can do more sessions. I spend a lot of time on the charts. This is like my job. This is like trading is my full-time job. It's a thing that I depend on to pay. You see this hotel I live in? Something I had to pay my rent, eat, live the life I live. So I trade full-time. I'm a full-time trader, so I'm on the charts probably 10 times more than you guys are on. So I'm going to be doing a lot of the work for you guys inside of the Discord, keeping you guys posted and updated. Yeah, for those asking about gold, probably trend bullish for the day. We missed the buys. At this point, pullbacks will probably just take you into buys. At this point, pullbacks will lead into buys. I see it slowing down. End of London session probably. But it's not, there's no clear confirmation for sells. You'd be trying to pick off a top. So you'd want to try to go for like whole numbers if you're looking for sells. Like whole numbers are like 2,700. If I was looking for a sell, I'd maybe be more comfortable at 2,700 or 2,795 area. Right now, price is in a supply zone. Right here, this green candle is a supply candle. Price is testing that, which is around 2,690. Still a whole number, but 2,700, 2,695 area might even get tapped because there's still a lot of time till end of London session, so we could possibly see trending. If you don't break this area, so you see 2,690 here, so 2,690, that's your resistance right now. So a pullback could form from there, but I mean, to where? Not really anywhere to really go to here on the 4-hour structure here. So here you have an area where there might be a pullback, where you get some bearish momentum on gold. Let's see the 1 hour if there's anything. Yeah, like if it doesn't break through 2,690, your next zone is between 2,695, 2,700 for sells. Back down. So 2,685, I would say like 26, like this zone right below and around 2,690. That's an area price could react. For scalping short term, maybe give a decent pullback. If we break higher, 2,700 would be an ideal area to wait for if we're breaking higher. Those are the only zones. Now, if price reacts at either one of these, like let's say price gives a pullback here. Let's say price reacts off at 2,690 and it starts dropping, that could set up for another buy. Or if price goes up to the 2,695 area and then it starts dropping, that could set up for a buy. So some other things to look at. I'll update you guys in the Discord. But next week should be a good week. Make sure you're on Monday, guys. We're going to be on Monday. We have 2 sessions Monday. Remember to check the schedule. Go in the Discord. It's there. The Discord's pinned in the chat. Things we focus on series. I'm going to do a Understanding Gold series. Understanding Bitcoin. Understanding crypto. Understanding forex. I'm going to do different series. So eventually I'll have a boot camp just on understanding gold. It'll probably be like 30 hours long, to say the least, but something like that. Do I know an indicator that marks? I do know an indicator, and I did custom make one too. I have a tool. I can show you on Monday. On Monday's session, I'll show you because we'll probably need like 30 minutes just to go over that part, or maybe even an hour. But we're gonna wrap it up, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed this session. Remember to leave a like if you guys enjoyed this session. If you guys got value, leave a like, drop a comment on all the other videos. Maybe I drop a setup, like I'll drop my analysis. Like here's analysis, you know. But again, I want to find something that's good, that's worth risking money on, right? Right now, like you can see, this area might hold. I'm giving you guys live in action what the price could do, where it could do it. I'll drop this in Discord after. Again, This area could potentially react for sells. Next area would be up here for gold if you're looking at sells. Those sells could turn into a buy, right? If you get a good reaction, it could turn into a buy. Lower, if you look at, maybe we're able to come back down and fill the wick. I'm gonna keep an eye on the chart and write something out in Discord, maybe a setup or just some analysis. But these two areas look like, if you look left on 4 hour, right here, might have a hard time getting through there. So there might be some scalping sells to catch off of this supply zone right here. You got a supply zone right there. If it breaks through the supply, 2700 is pretty much open for the next zone. Looks like 2686, 2690 area might hold here for some scalping sells. I'll drop a chart. I'm going to clean this chart up and do a little write-up, and I'll drop it in Discord in like the next 15 minutes. But it might react soon right here. But yeah, guys, we'll be on Monday. Remember to tune into Monday's session, because we'll be live twice. So there'll be a lot of updates by Monday, especially on crypto. And then we'll see where gold's at. But we out. Hope you guys enjoyed this session. Tune in next week. Peace, 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 peace. Oh.